In the previous lecture, we discussed about modes of propagation and types of optical fiber. In this lecture, we discuss about the distortion in optical fiber. When the output signal is not replica of input signal, then we say distortion is introduced. It results losses in signal. The main causes of distortion are dispersion and attenuation. Dispersion means spreading or broadening the output signal, and the attenuation means decrease in the intensity of the output signal. Now we discuss one by one. Let us start with dispersion. The phenomena of pulse broadening is called pulse dispersion. The pulse dispersion is defined as delta t is equal to t square root of t naught square minus ti square, where ti is width of the input pulse and t naught is the width of the output pulse. Ti is the width of the input pulse and T naught is width of the output pulse. Delta T is proportional to the length of the optical fiber. So delta T is equal to L into dispersion per kilometer of the optical fiber. It is classified into three categories. First is intramodal dispersion. Pulse dispersion or broadening in a single mode is called intramodal dispersion in a single mode. Mode is a possible path for the propagation of light. Pulse broadening in a single mode is called intramodal dispersion. The two main causes of intramodal dispersions are material or chromatic dispersion, and the second is waveguide dispersion. First is material dispersion or chromatic dispersion. The refractive index of the is a function of wavelength of light. Different wavelengths travel with different speeds along the same path in a medium due to different value of refractive index of the material. As a result, different wavelengths reach the other end with different time, and dispersion of light signals take place. Broadening of signal take place due to different value of refractive index for the different wavelength of light. If we introduce here different wavelength, then at the same time, for the same length of the core, they reach at this end with at different times. Due to this, the pulse broadening take place. And the second is waveguide dispersion. In a single mode fiber, 80% of the optical light or signal propagating through the core and 20% of the light propagating through the cladding. We know that the refractive index of core is higher as compared to cladding. The 20% signal passing through the cladding reach at this end earlier as compared to signal passing through the core. As a result, there is broadening of the output signal. This is known as waveguide dispersion. The second is intermodal dispersion. Dispersion caused by multimode propagation of light. Multimode propagation of light is called intermodal dispersion. When light enters in a optical fiber, it's split into small pulses and propagating through different paths. The path length traveled by these pulses are different in the core because they follow different modes or different paths. The path length traveled by this pulse is less as compared to the path length traveled by this. As a result, different pulses reach at the other end at different times. When at the output, these pulses recombine and give broadened output signal. And the third is polarization mode dispersion. In first chapter, in polarization of light, we discuss about double refraction. In double refracting crystal, the light split into two parts, O ray and E ray. The velocity of O ray and E ray are different in different directions. Due to double refraction, if light the light in each polarization mode travel at slightly different velocity, it causes pulse broadening. And the second is attenuation. The decrease in the optical power or intensity during signal propagating through the optical fiber is called attenuation. It is measured in decibel unit. It defines the ratio of output power to the input power. The attenuation loss per unit length can be written as alpha is equal to minus 10 by L log 10 output power divided by input power, where L is length of the optical fiber. Factors responsible for the attenuations are: first is bending loss, the intensity of the propagating signal decrease due to radiation losses at the bands or curve on their path. There are two types of bending loss. First is macro bending loss. If the radius of band is large as compared to the fiber diameter, is called macroscopic band. If the total internal reflection condition at the core cladding interface fails due to band, then there is leakage of optical signal. This loss is called macro bending loss. And the second is micro bending loss. Microbands are formed during manufacturing of optical fiber cable or due to lateral pressure created during the cabling or packaging. When light beams strike these imperfections, the condition of total internal reflection is not attained and the beam leaks out of the core. And due to this, the signal at the output we have attenuated signal. And the second is absorption loss. Absorption loss, first is intrinsic absorption by the constrained atoms of the fiber material. It occurs when the material is perfect, having no impurities or material no inhomogeneities. Material is perfectly pure. Absorption occurs when the photon interact with an electron in valence band and excite it to the higher energy level of the constituent atoms of the fiber material. And the second is extrinsic absorption of the impurity atom of the silica material when the material is not pure. Intrinsic absorption means the material is pure. Extrinsic absorption by impurity atom, it means the manufactured material is not pure. Impurity absorption results from transition metal ions such as iron, cobalt, chromium, etc. The optical absorption occur either by electronic transition in energy levels from valence to conduction band or by charge transition from one ion to another ion. And the third is absorption by atomic defects in the composition of glass, It occurs due to missing molecules or defects in glass structures. The site of missing molecule absorb light. As a result, we have attenuated output. And the third is scattering loss. It occurs due to variation in material density with composition fluctuation, structure homogeneity or defects occur during fiber manufacturing. So the scattering loss occurs due to variation in material density. It is all about distortion in optical fiber. Some questions for you. The first question is, what are the different type of attenuation losses in an optical fiber? The second question is, describe various mechanism of dispersion in optical fiber. We have discussed these two questions. And the third question is, explain optical communication system with the help of block diagram. Fourth question is, what do you mean by optical fiber sensor? Explain the medical and military application of the optical fiber. And the fifth question is, what are the advantages of optical fiber over conventional communication transmission media? For these three questions, you take help of your help book. These are simple questions. Thank you.